Well, hey guys, welcome back to the Base Piper channel. Hey, I want to wish everybody a happy St. Patty Day today. And just want to get on here for a few seconds and say hi and just wish everybody a good day today. And if you can, be wearing some kind of green. There's green somewhere in my shirt, somewhere in there. But hope y'all are having a good day and had a good week. And hey, I want to let you know the other day when I made that video, that nub that I was smoking by Oliva, it had to go. It was a trash can special. That thing would not draw to save my life. It would purge all day long, but drawing. And I don't have one of them little reamer things you stick through the cigars to ream it out. So we had to lay that one to rest. But I'm going to, in a little bit, be trying a new cigar for me by Perdomo. It is a 10th anniversary Champagne, Connecticut, and I've heard a lot of good reviews about that. So I'm going to give that one a shot. And man, I found out the way of smoking a cigar in your house, or not in your house. Well, you can eventually do it if you do it right, but in your garage, where I was the other day, I tried something different. You know, I've been sitting there trying to figure out how to get rid of the, not so much the smoke, because you can do that with a air cleaner and stuff like that, but it's the smell. And so it I tried this the other day when I was using and smoking that nub and doing the video, and I opened up my garage door and opened up my garage side door, and man, let the air just roll through. And buddy, after that was done, you couldn't smell nothing in there. It had about 5 minutes or so to air out. And in fact, I didn't even let it air out after I smoked. I closed up everything. Went back about a half hour later. You couldn't tell nothing was even smoked in there. So fresh air is your best friend if you're looking for a way to get rid of it. Of course, I knew that. It was just trying to figure out um, how to combat that, especially in the winter months when it's freezing cold and you got a 20-degree day going through your garage. Um, but I think what I'm going to do, if you've noticed, I'm in my cigar lounge today. I told you I fell last Wednesday, and but I'm doing a lot better, guys. And sorry for the darkness on this side sometimes, the way it is. We put in the pipe lounge brand new windows last week. We had new insulated windows put in, and I had all the doors in my home, outside exterior doors, replaced as well. Well, these windows and doors were like 25, 30 years old. And this house was built in 82, so it's the same year me and Miss Bass Piper got married. So it's going on 41 years old. So, with these insulated windows, guys, you know that after a while they start fogging up and looking like poo poo with your windows in your house. Everything fogs up, moisture gets in them, and once that argon gas leaves it, they're shot. And that's what was happening here. In fact, once we get this project paid off, we're going to do the rest around the house. We have a one level home, like a T ranch is what you would call our home, and so I got about 14 windows, so I got about 10 more to do. So I'm hoping to have that done maybe by next year. That'll be a next year's project. But anyway, that's how I end up falling. And in fact, you can see the steps. Don't look at the patio because it's all jacked up, getting ready to be power washed. But let's see if I can't turn you guys around. If you can see out there, there's some steps. Out there's our new sliding glass door we replaced the French doors with, and you can probably see the steps and the patio that I went and almost face planted in. But we removed all the furniture and all the stuff off of there because in another week I'm going to have the guy come in and power wash the house and the patio and all the stuff. Let me get this back in place. I had planned on all this being done this week, but I had to move the power washing guy around, and because of the fact that they said, well, give it time for the caulking and everything to settle and get pretty firm before you have a guy power wash the house. Then come find out they still got to put another storm door on my side garage door. They need to add that, and there's a couple of little things they need to do. Well, I thought they were coming back this Monday, but I got a call Monday, and they're not coming back till next Friday. So I had to bump all my power washing after I cleaned off all the patio. I had to call the power wash guy. He lives right across the street from us. I told you several months ago we had new homes built across the street from us. And this guy happens to own his own power washing company. And he said, hey, preacher, I'll come over and do your house for you and give you a neighborhood discount. I said, well, I can live with that. So we're scheduling him in next Friday, actually the last Monday of this month. So the door and window guys finish up next Friday, and then the following Monday he'll come in and power wash everything. But anyway, we're doing a lot better with the healing process. It's just getting kind of sore right now in certain spots, and that's the side I sleep on, and that's a bear because I can't sleep on my back, and you're always tossing and turning, and still got a little pressure there. When you put pressure and weight sleeping on your side, it wants to hurt. So, but it's getting better. Haven't been able to get to the Y, and of course I'm gonna wait till probably next week to try to go out and do that. But I appreciate y'all's prayers. I ask y'all to pray. Those who are praying kind, I appreciate the prayers for that. And we're on the mend. But we got in the sunroom here. We got behind me. We changed out our blinds and got shades, darkening shades. And these are the gray shades that go along with the theme of the gray room and that type of thing. So it makes it a lot better doing videos back here as well. The only thing I'm not liking and what I'm seeing is that one side will get dark in my glass. But if I don't hold my head a certain way. But, and that might just be, let me try this. Let me move around this way. I'm always moving you guys around in my videos. Hey, that might work a little better, guys. Let's see. But anyway, guys, I just want to get on here and wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day. And I'm going to be trying a cigar this year instead of a pipe. And hey, I do want to tell you something, though, in case you haven't seen it. Those of y'all that are Boswell guys, like Bass Piper is, if you haven't seen it on Instagram or somewhere, Boswell is doing a 3-day event of St. Patrick's Day sale on cigars. And man, they got all different brands. If you go on their Instagram, you'll see pictures that Rachel put up. And they got all different brands there with all the swag and all the goodies and all the stuff. And in fact, I happened to call Rachel and I saw it yesterday. Excuse me, guys, yesterday, and was able to purchase some things. They normally don't do anything by phone with these events, but if you're a regular customer, have been a regular customer of theirs, Rachel's working out things for you. So I was able to pick up a box of AJ Fernandez New World Connecticut's and pick up a couple of other things, and they're throwing in some goodies, some extra free cigars, and you can. If you buy a box, they'll give you, like an AJ Fernandez hat or a T-shirt or whatever. So they got all kinds of stuff going on. But if you get on their Instagram, you can see about 4 or 5 pictures. The whole store in Alexandria, man, is just wide open with cigars. They're coming out. I guess they're going to be carrying the new, I don't know who makes them, but is it called Blackened? And then AJ Fernandez come out with a new cigar, the Dorado. So I picked up one of those just to try it. It's a medium strength cigar. And it's called the Dorado. I don't know if anybody's had one, but if you have had one, leave it in the ash hole. Let me know what you think about it. And I just bought one just to try it and see what it was like. And so anyway, they got a big 3-day sale yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And so if you see anything on their Instagram pictures or anything, a lot of the different cigar manufacturers and blends are there that they're selling and moving around. So my father's, AJ Fernandez, man, I can't even think of all the names now to come to me. But anyway, they got different ones out there that you can. They're doing 15% off, I think, the boxes, and 10% off if you mix a box. So, but they have, like I said, all the swag and lighters and cutters and all kinds of goodies out there for you. So anyway, I just thought I would throw that in there at no charge. I didn't cost anything. But we just wanted to let you know, in case you didn't see it with Boswell, that's going on till tomorrow. So anyway, just want to get on here, and again, hope everybody has a great weekend coming up. And I think I'm going to later on just sit back with try this new Perdomo. I've heard a lot about it. And I'll tell you something else. There's two other cigars that I want to try. And let me see if I can get the names right. I think one of them is called El Septimo. El Septimo. And I think Pravada Cigar Club had worked with them at one time. But if you haven't heard, I can't pronounce the owner's name. I'm going to try to cross my leg here without falling out of the chair. It's tough getting old. Getting stiff. Need some yoga classes. But he does a great interview. It's about an hour and some long on the Smoking Tobacco show, put out by J.C. Newman. And you can YouTube it. It's called Smokin', SMOKIN, Tobacco. And you kind of scroll through. Just put in there interview with El Septimo. I think it's ELSEM. I think it's SEMPTIMO. I think is how it's pronounced, the company name. But the man that owns that, he's a multi-billionaire, and he owns about 55 different companies. Go figure. And so, but his take on cigars, their cigars, from what I understand, come from Costa Rica. And all of their filler, their binder, their wrapper is all in undisclosed. They don't tell you. But what he does tell you is fascinating about the chemistry of the cigar, the nicotine, the health aspects of stuff. It's really amazing. These cigars, evidently, they use no fertilizers. No, nothing in their stuff. The way they grow it and everything, they take all the fertilizing chemicals that we would have normally in any kind of plants and stuff. But they do, the way they process and everything is just totally different than most cigar companies, your Padrones, your Perdomos, your Rocky Patels, or whatever. And so, but to listen to him, they gave, for one of his birthdays, his chemists. Now, he owns a cosmetic company, a cigar company, a watch company, a chemical company, an apple company. I mean, it's all kinds of companies this guy's into. And so he's into the science, and they gave him a lowdown on the nicotine. And so he's explaining to the guys at Smoking Tobacco, or J.C. Newman, some of the people that would do this podcast, the lowdown on this. And the one that it is, he's kind of sitting in, I guess he's sitting in one of his places. And him and the guy and his wife is sitting there doing the interview. And the owner's just kind of sitting there in a chair at his place and just talking to him by Zoom or whatever, FaceTime or whatever. But really fascinating if you want to check that out. It's about an hour or so. He starts talking, I can help you out. He starts talking about the scientifics of stuff around the 40-minute mark. So if you get it to 40 minutes on, he starts talking about the things that we find nicotine in, that we eat. Things of the scientific things, how we're always hearing how, cigars and pipes and everything else is like cigarettes, But he really comes out with the science. And the cool thing about this guy is he come out and said, I will debate any scientist. I will debate any company. I'll debate anybody on it. So this guy is passionate about cigars and things and your health and stuff like that. So pretty interesting if you ain't got nothing else to do. Look that up. Smoking Tobacco is the podcast, and just put in their interview with El Septimo. Their cigars, he don't give them away. I think he said he's coming out with one in the United States that's going to be about $12 price point. But a lot of them, guys, are 20, 28, 30, $40 a stick on up. And you can look up El Septimo and Google it and look at the places that carry his cigars. I mean, this guy does top notch stuff and he's got top notch prices. But I'd love to be able to check one out. The other cigar, if you've had one, if you've had an El Septimo, let me know. But the other cigar is called Atabey, Atabey, Atabey. You know, they don't give those away either. They're not your $8 and $12 sticks. Man, in fact, I think they're worse than El Septimo. I mean, I saw some sticks, 40, $50. But I'm going, good night, man. These things must be made out of gold, These things must really have a nice smoke and taste to them. But I know that's not always the case. Just because it costs you a fortune don't mean it's any better than a $7 stick you're smoking. But if you've tried the Atabey or the El Septimo, I don't know the different names of them. But let me know what your thoughts were on them. I'd love to try one of each, just to say I've tried it. Base Piper can't afford $400 and $600 boxes of cigars, but I can maybe grab one when Mama Base Piper's not looking. But I'd use my allowance, to have $20 to throw away and smoke up in the air. But anyway, I just wanted to see if any of you guys had heard of those two cigars, and if you have, if you've tried them, let me know what your thoughts are on them. And so anyway, just a lot of stuff that I've been keeping up with in my cigar journey, and really haven't smoked a lot of them, just like I do my pipes. You guys know I'm not a big pipe smoker. I love pipes. I just don't smoke a lot. But I am interested in the cigars, and I enjoy the cigars, which ones I smoke. And I mean, I've got to be careful being a pastor and that type of thing, as I said, with a church. And some people don't have a problem with it. Some people do. So, I feel like I got to go underground just to have a cigar or a pipe, at times. But that just goes with the territory with some people. But and the type of work that I'm in. And so I won't say work, I'll say ministry, because ministry and work are two different things. But anyway, guys, I just hope y'all have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you sometime next week, and maybe sit down and have a pipe on the video or a cigar, whatever happens to curl my toes at that time. But just trying out some different things. Just wanted to let y'all know about the Boswell thing going on for St. Patty's Day. And I see where Chad has got, I guess he has a question out that people are doing VRs about balance. So I might hook up on that next week. I don't know if he's just wanting everybody to comment on that or if there's something special going on with that. I hadn't really had a chance to see Chad's video on it. But I've been hearing a couple of other guys making some comments about balance in your life. I guess that's what he's talking about. But anyway, I might do a video on that. But hey, until we meet again, relax, have a pipe or a cigar, and don't forget to count the many blessings God bestows us each and every day. You guys take care, and happy St. Patty's Day. Bye-bye.